Welcome to the Los Culeros podcast, where the arrows fly straight and the conversations stay real. We're your hosts, Jose Jara and Josh Peña. We're just a couple of everyday guys with a growing love for the archery, the outdoors, and the journey that comes with both. By no means are we pros or veterans, but we're all in. Whether you're new to the bow or have years under your belt, you're welcome here. This podcast is all about sharing stories, learning from guests, and building a community around the sport we've grown to love. So grab your bow, lace up your boots, and join us as we dive into archery, hunting, and life, one shot at a time.
All right. We are recording.
We are live.
We are live.
So hot on the mic.
Hot mic. There's no warning sign, so I could probably sue him. You know, it's hot. Nobody told me it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be on you.
It's your house, bro.
Yeah,
Damn
that's on you.
All right. So welcome back. Got another episode for you guys. I got Chewy and Josh here again.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah. I don't know where else you guys would be. I said you guys are here.
I don't know.
But,
It just depends on what day of the week it is.
right. So we're gonna kind of freeball this one. We don't have a picked topic, but Josh had some pretty good ideas, kind of what motivates you to do what you do or be who you be.
Yeah. So I had posted that story, man. I don't know. Me and Vic were talking. We were leaving the gym, and I was like, "Well, why are we doing this?" You know what I mean? It's just a thought. Why do I do what I do? You know, like from everything, like
Yeah.
you know, there's a reason behind everything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And a lot of things, like for some people, it's dealing with the bad job because they got to
Mhm.
put food on the table,
Right.
you know. But it's like what
What
you have to
drives
stay
you?
there for a reason. I
Right.
mean, there's other options. You know what I mean? But what's the reason why we do what we do?
Yeah. That's a good question.
You know.
What is the reason you and Vic live that lifestyle?
That's a different topic.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? You know,
That
reword that one,
That
asshole.
It's not Pride Month, is it?
No,
It is.
I don't know. Is
Is
it?
It is.
They have
Oh.
like two of them, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
is.
That was June.
There was a Pride event this weekend.
Is there?
Don't
No,
ask
I
me
don't
how
know.
I know, but I know.
No, I mean, shit. My sister's celebrates that, and
Yeah.
the little brothers too.
Oh shit.
And then, yeah, I know a lot of people. But yeah, it's funny though, because like they're the two of them are born in June, so it's like,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
they're just made
Des-
that
destined.
way.
They're made
They're
that way.
destined to be.
No, so it's a good topic. I think it's something that, you know, we kind of focus on and kind of let it be. But everyone does what they do for a reason. There's got to be a reason behind anything and everything that we do. I know everyone's stories are different. For me, it was, you know, I got into the manufacturing industry. I didn't even consider it an industry or anything like that. It was just a job for me. But it was right out of high school. Got a job because I needed money. You know, having a kid and just it's so crazy to like how fast life starts.
Mm-hmm.
Like after high school or after school, it's just like boom, like they just drop you into the real world and it's like figure it out, kid.
Yeah.
You know, and it starts sooner for some people. Like in my case, like, you know, I had kids super young, so you know, it started pretty quick, and you start to realize, you know, stuff doesn't fall off trees, you know,
Right,
diapers
yeah.
and wipies and, you know, formula and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
man. Things get expensive really, really quickly.
mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. I never thought though that, you know, me taking that job would have turned into like a career. And if you would have told me, you know, 5 years ago that I'd have a career doing that, I would have been, you're full of shit. I was just trying to figure out what's next, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
What do you mean by that, man? That you wouldn't have
I
you wouldn't have
didn't
guessed
think-
it 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you would have been at that company 15 years already.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a career, man.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
but you know what I mean though, like I never thought I'd be in like
The role you're in
I'm
now.
Like I always thought I was gonna be, like, it's funny because we joke about this all the time. When I got with Mariela, we were talking, and you know, we got together, moved in together, and all that stuff, and I kind of had to start over.
Mhm.
I had like kind of falling off the ladder a little bit, and just made some bad decisions and wasn't taking my job seriously, and it showed. So there was repercussions for that. So I got demoted a couple of times and started at the bottom again. And when I got with her, my kind of like not my life, but
like your mindset.
My mindset kind of changed a lot more, and it was a lot more stable. There wasn't a whole lot of uncertainty. Like, we had each other's backs more, and it was like more reassurance. And I was telling her, I was like, if I can just get into like a lead position at work, we're set. And started working towards that and kind of building myself up again. And then got the opportunity, took the lead position in Top Wire. We're wiring the mobile homes. And told her, I was like, if I can just, figure this out and get into like a cruise control, we're set. We're good. And then did that. And then did that for about a year, and then had this real crazy day at work, and walked up to my production manager and just started going off about everything that was going wrong, like where I was working at, like in the line. And he kind of looked at me like, the hell are you talking about, And he's like, what would you do in this situation? What would you do in that situation? Like, what am I doing wrong here? And like, kudos to him, because he just kind of like took it all in.
He argued you?
Yeah. And then, he's like, let's meet after lunch. Calm down. You're having a bad day. I'm like, all right. Kind of chilled, and then went back, met him after lunch. And then he's like, let's go take a walk. And we started walking. He's like, when you left, I thought you were just pissed off. So I didn't pay too much attention. And then I started walking the line, and everything that you pointed out was happening or wasn't happening. So there's apartments that were out of whack, and there's this and that. And he's like, I always thought you were just kind of disgruntled, and, but you have a pretty good eye, and you're tracking some of this stuff. So he goes, how would you feel about, being assistant production manager? And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. He's like, you're going to piss some people off because you're going to leapfrog some people, but I think it'd be a good situation for you. And I was like, cool. So I remember I came home and I told Mariela, I was like, hey, I got offered this position. I was like, if I can figure this out, we're set, And she was like, cool. And then I took the position, and, kept coming home. I'm frustrated because, it's one thing to understand why it's going wrong. It's another thing to know how to fix it or to kind of manage it to get where it needs to be. And then I remember coming home frustrated a couple of times, and I told her, if I can just figure this out to where I can put it on cruise control, we'll be good. We're set, And then fast forward, a year and a half later, my production manager's like, hey man, I'm going to be leaving the company soon, and kind of go off on my own. And I think you'd be a good fit for production manager. And I remember coming home and telling her, hey, if I can figure this out, like,
you'll be good.
We're good,
Yeah.
And she was like, you think so? I was like, yeah, but I got a feeling there's no cruise control button at this position. I'm going to have to be, figuring it out every day, because every day is something different. And ended up taking the position, did that for like 2.5 years. And then my GM was like, hey, I'm thinking about leaving the company. And he's like, you should try for GM. And I'm like, you're crazy. Never, And I remember telling Mariela, I was like, hey, there's going to be an opening for GM. I was like, if I can get that position, we're set. And then she's like, all right. And I remember, I was kind of like acting GM. Like I was production manager, but there'd be calls. I'd be taking the calls. I'd be, doing reports, stuff like that. And then eventually interviewed for it. Then interviewed like 3 or 4 of us from the factory. And then they gave me a call and told me, hey, we're gonna give you a shot. I'm like, holy shit. So I was like, all right. So got into that, and yeah, been doing that for 3 years. That's what I mean, though. I would have never thought I'd end up in that position. And it was just, we talk about it all the time. It's like, oh, you're lucky, But dude, I busted my ass there for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, nobody sees the sacrifices
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
time you actually put in.
So we
Yeah.
talked about this from time to time, man. It's like, dude, you went from being the last guy in the plant,
Yeah.
running his ass off to make it to the time clock in time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to running the whole damn show and being
Yeah.
on punctual and stuff, and getting after other people now because they're late.
Yeah. I
You know,
know,
it's,
right?
it's like he literally. I mean, I watched this dude, go from that bottom all the way
Yeah.
to the top. And I
Yep.
wasn't there when you were a foreman or anything.
No.
'Cause I'd left 10, 12,
Mhm.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. It's an inspiration to a lot of those people that you can start from the bottom and end up at the top if
Yeah,
you just
it's-
work your
it's
ass
a-
off and stay
Yeah, you really
consistent.
can. Like,
It's definitely
It's changed.
yeah, it's definitely changed. And then on top of that, it's funny because like you still have people there that think they can bullshit, and in a sense, like you can, but even some of the foremen, because they haven't worked in those departments, so they're like telling them like, hey, oh man, I couldn't finish because this happened and that happened, and the foremen are like, oh yeah, and then they'll come and tell me, oh, it's because this happened and that happened. It's one of those things where it's like, dude, I used to work in that department, and they're bullshitting you. Like one of the latest ones was, oh man, I gotta do the crossover, and then I gotta do the home runs and this and that, and then I'm like, okay, it's like 15 minutes. They're like, oh no, man, it's gonna take me like an hour and a half. I was like, dude, the crossover is 4 wires.
It's only 4 now.
Yeah, 7, 8, 14, 22.
Mhm.
I was like, in the home runs, it's just to the panel box, man. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? And they're like, I used to work up here, man. Oh shit, yeah, man. Give me like 20 minutes, I'll be done.
Hey, do you still have to
Alright.
color them?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We were talking
the
about you
market?
today.
They talking about me?
Yeah.
Like, because I
Yeah.
used to ruffle some feathers?
No, I had
what's going on there?
Dude, I was, to say the least, a disgruntled employee. Dude.
Yeah.
I caused a mess over there.
Yeah.
we had a
I wish
service
I could
tech.
tell you that I'm not proud of that. but-
We had a service tech call, and they're like, "Hey, we need some." One of their service managers called me, and he goes, "Hey, I have a service tech out there, but I'm not really good with electrical. Can you walk him through over the phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me his number." Gave me his number. Called him, and he goes, "Hey, man, I have these LED lights in the kitchen, but when I turn off the switch, only one of them turns on. The other ones don't turn off." And I was like, all right, man, it's the wrong jumper, the wrong wire for the rest of the lights. And he goes, cool. I was like, go over there, take it all apart, and then give me a call when it's all apart. And he goes, all right. Took it all apart. And then I was like, dude, there should be a switch wire. It's going to be, the black wire. And then the white wire should have a white, black line
stripe, yeah.
going through it. And he goes, all right. And then he's taking forever. And he's like, dude, none of them are. There's no black line. I was like, fucking Josh, man.
You wouldn't mark them?
I did it out of spite, bro. I'm real petty.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who pissed me off or whatever, but I was like, no, fuck, I'm not going to mark them. And then, they found them one time. Like, they were pissed too. I think it was Darren. He was fucking pissed, bro. He was like, you got to mark these fucking things, this and that. He's like, how many have you done? I was like, dude, I've lost count. Like, I don't know. I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And they finally found one.
yeah, they found one. And then, yeah.
See, and I didn't know that at the time, but it's called a system. So whenever they find something like that, they have to go 10 back. So they'll go 10 houses back, and then they'll look at those 10 houses. And if those have the same issue, then they'll go 10 more until they get to the root of the problem. And then they have to correct all of those going forward. So I didn't know that at the time. And
they had me in the parking lot, fucking pulling lights out,
Really?
marking the wires. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck them, bro. I was mad, dude. It was a whole different bill. It was a whole different company back then, though.
Yeah,
it was way
it was
different. But yeah, I don't know. I was an asshole, dude. I was.
And we still have people like
You got
that.
some peñas out there.
Yeah, and you know what I realized is a lot of people, like, you don't explain to them why. If you just tell them do this and do that, they'll do it. But if you explain to them why they have to do it, it goes over so much easier.
Yeah, man, because it takes away the freaking dictatorship out of it. Like,
Yeah.
Because I told you shit, it's for me,
Yeah.
it's like, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
I mean, it
That's
creates
like
like
if-
a rebel.
Yeah, it's like if you tell a kid, don't touch that, you know, they're going to touch it.
They're
But if
gonna
you tell
touch
them,
it.
hey, man, don't touch it because it's hot.
Yeah.
They're like, shit, I want to get burned,
Yeah.
you know? But
yeah.
That's a
if
reason.
you tell
dude.
them, don't touch it, they're going to go over there and do it out of
Yeah.
spite, you know, like Josh does.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Are-
gotta
now,
learn
are
from
you
myself.
changed?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm way different from what I was.
Yeah.
I've upped my levels of my game.
Yeah.
About I'll let the air out of your tires before I'll
Yeah.
just play. I'll just play. Nah, I mean, I'm the same, but a lot of it's different. Like my attitude's different, but at the same time, like I don't let myself, and I keep track of everything, bro.
Right.
Everything.
He's same, but
different.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, to this day, I still deal with shit and stuff, and you know, I've had a lot of opportunities to do special projects and stuff, but I've noticed that when I have a bad attitude, they'll take away those projects, and then they don't even look my way when it comes for you know special projects or whatever. So it's kind of bit me in the ass, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're all adults, and that's just where I stand, man. I think I'll always be like that. You know, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, but if you're being petty with me, I'll be tenfold, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are they gonna do? Fire me? I just go somewhere else. You know.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. But now one of the main reasons, like I mean, I've watched this guy go through all that stuff, and he's watched me have my battles there, and
Yeah.
I mean, throw my hard hat and throw my tools and square up against Foremans, and
Yeah.
I mean, you name it, dude. I was in there causing a ruckus.
Man, it's
Going-
crazy because
Yeah.
there's some people that have worked there for as long as I have, and they like Saturday I was having a bad day, and I mean I've completely changed my attitude towards there, but Saturday they were pushing buttons, and one of the guys in the back was like, don't that's a little guy, but don't poke the bear, you're gonna piss him off. And we were just walking through there, and I go back there again, check out some people, and they're like, hey man, you got in a fight in a parking lot here? I was like, yeah, man, but whatever else he's telling you, he's full of shit, dude. Don't listen to him. He's lying. And they're like, all right, but yeah, man. And it's just you know, like maturing, and I can't say I'm like completely matured because I'll still have my little like bitch fits and get pissed off and all that stuff. But you know, one of the things that I do like about this new management system that we have now with CAFCO is they're really starting to like empower everybody to like to treat people better, and honestly it's a lot more training. You know, before when we used to pick people for like foremans or QCs or stuff like that, it was basically their experience in the department
Mhm.
that made them you know, worthy of being a foreman or being quality control or a lead. And now you can really like if you see somebody that has potential, that has, you know, the right temperament and all that stuff, you can start putting them in like management classes.
Mhm.
And you know, because some people are like naturally born leaders, you know, but it's also something that you can teach. And you know, now starting to see that you can do that and not have to put up with so much BS because this guy's a really good leader, but when he's in a bad mood, he gets fucking pissed off, or
Yeah,
he don't show up on Mondays, or you know, he just likes to get crazy on the weekend, so he might not be here, or he might leave early, you know. And just because they're good leaders doesn't mean that they're necessarily good people, you know.
Right.
So you can start to train, you know, the people that you want to empower to become, you know, foremans and QCs and stuff like that. So it's gotten better in a sense, but it's also made it a little bit more like harder to pick, you know, because before we would just pick somebody, and then if it didn't work,
On to the next one.
on to the next one.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really instill a lot of confidence in somebody taking that position. You know, there was a lot of, man, like when I was coming up, we would go through, you know, leads and QCs and foremans even. You know, we would have like, they would last 6 months and then they would get demoted and then re-promoted and then demoted. And then
I think one of the things that when I worked there around them years ago, the disheartening thing is watching somebody come in fresh and get promoted before you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of them that thought there was some bias going on there. But it is what it is. I mean, I know that looking back on it, I lost a lot of opportunities because of my attitude.
Right.
But I wasn't afraid to speak up. If something was wrong, I'd speak up. And I got tired of other people complaining about it and then not doing shit about it. So I would cause something to get the boss's attention and then just let them have it. And that's what but I was respected, but I didn't do it the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still do that shit, dude. I still do that stuff. I've told the CEO of my company some shit. Like, I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
If it's wrong, it's wrong. But yeah, it's just, there's a little bit of that same little fire in there. But
now I think when I was coming up, the times that I got to the lead position and stuff like that, the reason I would get demoted is because I wasn't I was tolerated. It wasn't appreciated. I wasn't they're like, oh yeah, this guy's good. It was just he's good for now. It was just me. Like
he'll do.
Yeah, he'll do. And that's what it was, because I had temper. I would show up late. I had shit going on outside of work. So there was always something going on with me, So they would tolerate it. And once I changed my perspective on what the fuck was going on with me, once I fixed that about me, then it was like, all right, like I wasn't any longer tolerated. I was, all right, this guy's got potential.
At that time.
Yeah.
So
I think that's that switch, man, where it stopped being a job and it started being more of a career.
yeah.
Before the position that you're in now, there's got to be a switch that happens. So you're like, all right, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be the best at it.
Right.
So
yeah, and honestly,
what you have to do to fix it.
for me, I gave a lot of credit to Mariela, because it wasn't like she saved me and I didn't need saving or none of that stuff, but it was just she held me accountable to a sense, and then the support was there.
Yeah.
I could,
that's very important.
I could tell her hey, I need help with this, and she would cool, let's figure this out. Or hey, I'm trying to do this, and all right, cool, I got you, not a big deal. So that was kind of cool. Once that started kind of clicking, I just started moving up.
Yeah, man, you got a strong support system.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's very
cool.
important.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shouts out to the wifey there.
Yes, sir. Yep.
I'm not jealous at all.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know she'll be listening to this. I'm not jealous.
You're turning red right now.
I got my own rooftop tent now. I don't care.
Not a forerunner, but
Hey, I had a thought, you fucking assholes.
What's up? What's up?
All right, so when I won the truck, you're like, oh, we can't talk shit about Josh no more. He's got a good truck now. Look at you two fuckers.
Wow.
Talking shit.
It was we couldn't talk shit because you had the coolest rig.
Yeah. Still do
in the friend group, but now Chewy's.
Forerunners unite.
Yeah.
Yeah. We overpower you. I don't have a canopy or the rooftop tent.
Yeah.
I'm just too heavy for a rooftop tent. I looked at the weight limit and it's not good. So you guys could have that.
That was a random thought.
That was.
But no, I mean, going back to being in a position what we got going on and why we do it. So what would you say, overall, your whole career and stuff, what do you do it for now? Do you have something to prove to yourself, or you just, what's your main reason? Well, I mean, the money is always
I mean,
motivated.
For me, I've been in this position for, I think, going on 4 years, and I still don't think
it's been 4 years already.
Yeah, it's gonna be that
was
three.
2. It's gonna be 3.
3. Yeah,
in December, right?
September was 3. October.
Oh, this month.
Yeah.
I thought it was December.
And I remember because when I had my interview, it was I've never been in an interview like this. Like typically when I go in an interview, it's across the desk, right? So I remember sitting down in the office I'm in now, and there's 2 chairs across from the desk. So I sit down on one of the chairs, and then Jeff sits in the other chair next to me. So we're like next to each other having a conversation. But it wasn't like across the desk. So it was a little bit different. And I remember one of the first things he asked me, he's like, "What is that?" And I had a liquid death. And I was like, "Oh, it's a liquid death." And his face kind of was like, "What the heck is this guy drinking?" You know?
Yeah.
I was like, "It's water." And then he was like, "Oh, you're not on the Red Bull stuff?" Or I go, "It's sober October, so I don't partake in caffeine in October." And he's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "When reasoning behind that?" And I was started talking about, you know, like my mental check and making sure that, you know, it doesn't overcome, like it doesn't become an addiction. So I just kind of checking myself there. And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. He's like, do that every year?" And I'm like, "Yeah, do that every year." He's like, "How's your wife handle it?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm a little grumpy the first couple of weeks, but he was okay with it."
The first 4 weeks of October, I'm grumpy.
Yeah,
But by the last day, I feel pretty good.
just the first 4.5 weeks, you know, but I'm totally fine with no caffeine. But yeah, so yeah, it's been three years, man, and I think I'm still learning more and more. Like every you know situation that happens, and
Mhm.
some of it's gotten a lot easier, but there's still some stuff that I don't think I'll ever figure out. Like there's, you know, it's just constant improvement and change and
Yeah.
trying to get it built up to where it needs to be. Like what I always tell everybody is like and it's kind of, I was telling somebody today about this actually, and they were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But you guys ever seen that episode of I Love Lucy where they're at the chocolate factory and they're having to wrap
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
candies, and then she's like, "Start the machine,"
And
and
it goes faster
it
and
starts
faster and
going
faster.
fast. Yeah, and if before you know it, they're all overwhelmed. That's how it feels. Some days it feels like it's just like easy.
Yeah.
And there's days where it's just like, somebody hit the fucking stop button, please.
Yeah.
Like everything just, you know, one after the other
Mhm.
the other.
Mhm.
But it definitely makes you appreciate the weeks that nothing goes out of whack and everything's running pretty smooth. And I think we're getting there now. We're running a lot more smooth, but it's still like a huge learning. But I mean, I think it's just for me, it's just I've never quit a job, and I don't think I ever could. Like it's like, I don't know. Like for me, it's just that. It's like you have to give it your all, like all the time.
Mhm.
You can't quit,
Yeah.
you know. So that's one thing that I always like think about, you know, just like not wanting to quit. So
That's good, man. That's good.
Dang, you downed that pretty quick.
yeah, I'm pretty thirsty.
Is
about
that
you,
why you
Josh?
have a? Never mind.
Have a what?
They say you were thirsty.
Thirsty.
So he's had a drink too. That's how forerunners work, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang
buddy.
it. I got to finish my drink.
You guys are both over 40. You guys are gonna need a bathroom break here in a second.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just put the
It's,
music. We'll just put the elevator music.
You know, it's a big enough bottle. I think we'll be all right.
You just go cross streams over there. No, man. I mean, I fell into this position where I'm at, and it's not something that I saw myself doing.
Mhm.
You know, ever. I was working at the jail for a little bit, and then I saw the way that was going, and it's like, no, this isn't going to be a good fit for me.
Yeah.
You know, I have a degree and stuff, but it's just, I don't know, just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So I ended up with the company I'm working for now because of Matt.
Yeah.
You know, Matt, we went golfing one day and he's just talking it up like, "Oh yeah, I got these clubs for free. I got this bag for free. It's this, it's that. It's badass." He's a tap piece.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, after a month of being
Mhm.
at the jail, I was like, "I'm gonna see if there's a job with Matt."
Yeah.
So, yeah, he got me in, and yeah, man, I hit the ground running. Took my trainings and everything, and just, you know, promotion after promotion.
Mhm.
It just climbed to the top. It took me, I think it was like 2-3 years to hit the top tech title, and then it's been on cruise control since. And I won some, well, what they call a prestigious award.
Mhm.
Only 100 people in the company that they get that award. After winning that award, dude, I was like, that's where I topped out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's just like every year you get a raise or whatever. I hit my max. I hit my cap. so it's just been on cruise control.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily enjoy the job aspect of it, just
Yeah.
because they got into sales, and I'm
Yeah.
not a salesman, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've never wanted to do. I've never wanted to sell anything,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fucking 90% of my job now.
Yeah.
So
But it's crazy because you could talk to people.
yeah,
You could talk to
Yeah,
whoever
yeah.
comes up, and
But he
it's
doesn't
just
like
like
it.
you
Yeah.
have this it's your aura or something. You could
Yeah.
just talk to people, and it's inviting.
yeah.
Uh,
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought you were just saying like in general.
No. Like when you go
Oh.
up to somebody and talk to them,
Yeah.
it's just like
Natural.
nothing, just natural.
Yeah, and
like,
I wasn't always like that, man. I think a lot of it had to do with this job, and then I think I would say this job because it's like you're a door to door dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know where it started? To be honest, you remember selling candies for the freaking elementary school,
Yeah.
going door
Yeah.
to door.
yeah,
I feel it's the same way, dude.
Yeah. It's got to be.
I feel like it's the same way, except they know I'm coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so but customer service, dude, in general, like I never really.
Do you ever switch it up and show up like early and be like, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, kind
ring
of.
the
Some people
doorbell,
don't like
leave.
that.
Oh, gotta go.
you get some pretty angry people sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
you were supposed to call. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to call, but the system calls out and gives them a warning. They get an email the day before.
Yeah.
They get all kinds of phone calls. Now, that being said, some people are like, oh yeah, they call me way too much to
Mhm.
tell me that you're on your way. They even have a tracker to see exactly where I'm at
Yeah.
when their appointment's coming up. And then there's some people that like, oh, I didn't get a call.
Hmm.
Like, well, they called this number. Well, that's not my number. Like, well,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
But anyways, I think most of what I do, it's the job aspect, man. It's super easy.
Right.
The sales sucks, and they push a lot on the sales. It is what it is. Part of the job, we got to do it right. But
Mhm.
I think what I enjoy the most is like you said,
The
man,
look.
just talking to people.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're driving. You
Yeah.
gotta go to different
Yeah, so
locations. And,
it's I would say I spend, depending on what city I'm in, I'll spend a good maybe 60% of the time driving.
yeah.
And then I like being in the mountains, and that's where most of my driving is. So I'll if I see a deer on the side of the road, I'll just pull over and take a
Yeah,
video or something real quick. It's really cool. Being able to scout my area while I'm working is pretty cool too. And then also getting to talk to the people that live in a certain area or whatever, and pick their brain on deer or elk, bear, whatever you're interested in, and then possibly getting permission to hunt in that property
Right.
and stuff. It's pretty cool. What I enjoy the most is hearing the stories of old people.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, especially if they're hunters or fishermen. Yeah, dude, they have stories for days, and from everything, dude. Favorite rifle, favorite memory, favorite spot, if they still do it.
Yeah.
I had one gentleman out in Silver. He's like, I was a deer hunter my whole life. He goes, tree stand, killed a bunch of deer. He goes, there was this one deer, biggest buck in my life I've ever seen. Big old whitetail. Put my crosshairs on him, and I couldn't shoot him. He's like,
Yeah.
I was at the end of mine, and he was in the prime of his, and I just couldn't find it in my heart to shoot him.
Yeah.
So, because I took my camera out and took a picture of him, and that's what I started doing.
Yeah.
So I still shoot them, but
Now
I go
it's- now
home,
it's
and so do they.
photography.
So
Yeah.
he had some badass pictures, bro.
Oh, dang,
And
that's
I was
pretty
like-
cool.
So it's like the transition, bro. Like I can still shoot him. I still have to work to get close to him,
Mm-hmm.
but they live, and so do I.
Yeah.
So like, damn. So it's stories like that,
Yeah.
man.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then, that's just the job part.
I wonder if he'll let us tag along and be like, you shoot first and then I'll shoot after you.
Okay.
Why
Your
don't you
clicks,
shoot
hurry
me
up.
shooting him?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and I don't know. It's just I've had some old cats, invite me hunting. I'll show you my honey holes and stuff, and where I've seen them all year after year after year. And you got to go here, you got to go there. Get a horse. You can make it easier, and it's badass, dude. Hearing
Yeah.
all those stories and stuff, and then it's like, oh yeah, I remember when there was a road through here, and it used to connect to this side, and this person owned that ranch, and for me, it's like my grandpa used to tell those stories all the time, and especially about Jane Fonda and Ted Turner, like all the ranches and stuff, and and he met this person, he met that person, and they hunted here, and there's Tuatamundis over there, and they treat your uncle in this one. Like there's a bunch of stories out there, man, and I think giving them that memory back, kind of like where they can retell it.
Yeah.
You see the expression in their face and stuff, and it's like they light up, like they just relived it right there in the moment. And it's the coolest shit. So, and then of course there's some days where you get an asshole, and it's just like, but for me it is like I told you the other day, I got yelled at by an old lady. They're not mad at me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They're just mad at the situation.
They're mad at the situation. They're mad at the company, but I'm the one that shows up to be the face of the company. So, it's not personal. Now there is one person that got personal, and I won't mention any names because they don't deserve it. But it got real personal. But it's just one out of thousands that I've serviced.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like it's nothing.
So you service a lot of people?
It's a lot, dude. A lot. This guy. Yeah, I've been around the bush.
Yeah, you have. I bet you go home and write down everything. Okay, Chewy was talking shit. That's why my tire keeps going flat. I finally figured it out.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but it's that's just that part, dude. I mean, and then we do this stuff on the side, the archery stuff, and it's cool being able to see Mondo out there killing it with them dudes, and fucking Demon, Adrian, and seeing all these, like even little kid, what the heck is her name? Maddie Hayes.
Yeah,
she just killed a giant whitetail.
Fuck yeah!
But it's like you've seen all these different periods in their life, man. Like Roger Raglan, he's older. Yeah, Jim Shakti's older. They're kind of at the end of their hunting stuff.
Yeah,
but you have Maddie Hayes coming up. You have Levi Morgan's boys coming up.
Yeah,
Mondo's daughters coming up, so it's like you're seeing the whole new life of hunters and stuff. It's cool to see that circle.
It really is.
My daughter as well.
Yeah,
so it's not as exciting for me to be out there and make the kill as it is for me watching somebody else do it.
Right.
You know, especially the first time. Huh?
Josh is getting old.
Yeah, I feel old, bro. I feel old. Those mountains are not nice. Yeah. I'm just gonna hunt antelope from now on where I don't have to climb.
Yeah.
You know what's one of the things that I always tell, like I got a bunch of like kids working for me out there, and
in a sweatshop.
Yeah, little 10-year-olds.
They almost got 10 iPads today.
Yeah, I almost got them. I'm making Nikes. No, but one of the things I always tell them is, and it started as like a joke. I'd be like, come Friday, it'd be like 2 more days till Monday, and they're like, oh man, and they get all like defeated, they're like, damn, and then they're like, why do you say that? And I was like, dude, you spend like over 40 hours here.
Yeah,
you spend more time at work than you do at home. I was like, if this isn't for you, man, you need to find something that makes you happy. Start thinking about that shit now, because before you know it, man, you got 10 years here, 8 years here, and time flies, man. It doesn't wait for anybody.
It does.
And they're just like, man, it does. I'm like, yeah, man, find something that you really want to do, because you spend a lot of time at work, and it's one of those things that they always say, like that whole saying where if you find something that you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life. It's still going to be work, but at least it's enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
like,
one of the things.
Like with me, I kind of fell into where I'm working now. I never felt like I was just like, I work at different places and then either I get bored or I want something new or something. I never looked at the long term. Yeah. And now I'm like, I want to work somewhere where I could still be active, do what I'm doing, go home and not worry about nothing. Like I clock out and that's it. I don't worry about it. Yeah. Like when I worked at the cemetery, I had to look at the weather. I had to look at like when we're digging graves, it's like if it's too wet, I can't do it. And constantly.
Did you got any like crazy stories from the cemetery?
No, dude.
Ah, man, come on, man.
You know what? I do have one. We used to have the school kids go. They had like a work thing on Fridays, so go
sweatshop,
and a little bit. But no, I was. We're getting ready to close up. I was making sure nobody was in the cemetery. I parked the truck and I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw somebody walking. I'm like, dang it. So I go back over there to where I saw him and there was nobody.
Yeah.
And I drove around the section and everything. I'm like, oh crap. And one of my other coworkers said that they saw a lady in a red dress. They
Oh,
would see
shit.
her, and same thing.
Yeah.
They saw a lady in a red dress. They go to let her know we're gonna to get
Yeah.
your vehicle out. There's nobody there, and I'm like, dang. So,
Yeah.
but I never felt creeped out or nothing. It was
No.
always peaceful. It was
Yeah.
weird
Mhm.
because it was nice. I
Yeah.
liked it, but it was just constantly. I was stressing out over
Mhm.
it, and I'm just like, man. And now where I'm at, like,
Yeah.
go and
Like
it's
a happy median. You're
yeah.
like, yeah.
I feel like the pay's good. I have a good retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benefits are good, and I come home and I could
Mhm.
enjoy, being home. And
Yeah.
so, but it's been a long road to get here,
Fuck yeah.
and I'm still training on doing things. I still want to
Mhm.
move up, but
Mhm.
it's to that
I
point
think-
where I'm at a good.
Yeah. I think too, man, it's like if you ain't got nowhere to move up, it's
Yeah.
like, why are you still there?
It's
Yeah.
and
you
it
gotta
goes-
have something to
right.
Yeah.
strive
Right.
for.
Like it
Yeah.
almost makes you feel like trapped, like you're dead end.
Yeah.
You know. But
That's
Yeah.
where I'm at right
and,
now, to be honest.
and where I was when I was where I was being tolerated, I was being tolerated because nobody else could do what I was doing.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so they were tolerating me because nobody else could do what I was doing, and I was frustrated because nobody else could do what I was doing.
Yeah.
But it was like that mentality where like I'm not gonna teach you how to do my job because I want you to take my job. You know,
Right,
it's like
yeah.
it's like that famine scenario where there's not enough to go around, so you kind of like grab onto
Hoard it.
yours and just like
Yeah.
mine. I'm on, you know.
Yeah.
And once you start to thinking like there's enough for everybody, and I started training some people there for a while. One of my departments was the one that I would train everybody to do what I could do. And before you know it, they would take my people and they would move them up. And they got to the point where like I was the one that was training everybody in that part of the line. And it's a little frustrating because I was stuck there, but eventually I got out of there. And then from there I started being able to move up like a little bit faster. And I was kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But a lot of it had to do with me. Like I was just like
Yeah. And
not in the right.
it's one of those
headspace.
things, man, where things happen at the right moment for a reason, right?
Mhm.
And I know I've talked about this before. It's like you're always where you need to be.
Yeah.
Because like if you're still there, it's because you haven't learned everything
Mhm.
yet, And for you, it might have been the patience,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
learning how to talk to people. It could have been a lot of different
Yeah.
things that
Stop
you
being an asshole.
stop being an asshole, And like I'm capped. I just got a raise too, so I don't know if I'm capped again.
Josh is buying lunch tomorrow.
I'm down. I don't
I
know
heard
where-
we were having ribs, but I don't see any.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some for you guys.
I got some too right here.
Yeah, I said they're in there somewhere. But yeah, man, like I'm capped right now. It's like the chance I had for promotion, my boss stepped on it. I feel like he stepped on it, and it's just one of our managers left, and I'm like, all right, one of us is gonna get
Moved
up
up.
there. And I told him too, like I don't know if I'm qualified, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my name in the hat. I've been here a while, I know some shit.
Yeah.
I'm one of the two guys,
Yeah.
so throw my name in the hat. And then they came out with, no, we're not gonna hire another manager. We're just gonna have this one manager run everybody. I was like, all right,
Cool.
that's the way we're gonna do things. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So there's that made me a little bit bitter towards
Right.
that too.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it just took an opportunity away from
Mhm.
everybody else. But hey, that's business. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, and it goes back to that. Like it goes back to, like it's just business or it's just
Yeah.
but the amount of time that you spend at work, it feels a lot more personal.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I go to work with a good attitude, man, and I do my job and I come home.
Mhm.
And it took me a lot. Today's the 13th. 8 years. 8 years I've been with this company.
Yeah.
And like I said in the beginning, firecracker, bro. Go. Work overtime, work extra days, whatever you need. And then when I got that award,
Mhm.
and it's like all I got was a paperweight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, I busted my ass. Got
Mhm.
one of the most prestigious awards this company offers, and I did nothing but this crystal
Yeah.
thing. It's like no raise, no
Mhm.
bonus, no nothing. It's like this is all I got for working my ass off.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. And I saw a new face of the company, so like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm getting paid to do, and go
Yeah.
home, and I'm gonna shut my phone off. I'm not gonna answer. I just shut it off because I was like, after work, going through all my metrics, going through everything, and spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to be better.
Mhm.
And I was told not to by a couple of the other dudes. Don't do it. You're gonna screw us all. And I was just selling a crazy amount of product, and then now I'm $40 in every house, dude. Is a ridiculous amount. But I ended up screwing everybody. But I was number one in the country for a little bit. But it's like, for what? I'm getting paid. But all my certifications, I'm getting paid the exact same amount of money as somebody that doesn't do shit. So where's the motivation? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks. And like in a company like that, or you see them coming up and you've been doing it you could do it better, or you've been doing it, and then the next new hire gets the same amount you're getting. You're like, okay, so why am I gonna?
Yeah. So and then I always tell my sons, dude, like, always be coachable, always be, always learn something. And for me, it's like just because they're new to the company doesn't mean they can't teach you anything. But if I'm doing all the extra stuff, I want some kind of compensation for it,
right?
Especially if it's work related, right?
Right.
In any other company that I've worked for, the certification meant you got more money,
right? Yeah.
Not with this one. So, the reason why I keep showing up is because of the leniency, dude. I can basically do what I want when I want. Take days off, go hunt. The days off I have, I'm able to run the archery club and stuff.
Right.
And so it works out. I'm exactly where I need to be. Might not like it 100% of the time, but I mean, that's life, right? We don't like everything 100% of the time.
That's definitely it. How did you fall into your position, Chewy?
What's that?
How'd you get in? Because you changed. You went from the cemetery to what you're doing now.
I went from the cemetery. I went to Foxworth, and then I was there for a year and a half, and they just had an opening there, and I talked to one of the main guys, and I applied, and I got the job, and I feel like I'm good at interviews. But like I said, I worked at a lot of places, so I always look back and I'm like, man, like I worked at a lot of different places, but now I'm like, I could do a lot of different things. I could run equipment, I could do this and that. I might not be good at everything, but I'm good enough to.
That was the one thing that always like struck me. I remember, I don't know what the hell happened, but I think I had like a flat tire, and we go. I don't know how Chewy knew these people, but this guy had a tire machine, and Chewy puts the rim on there, and he's taking. I'm like, you know how to run a tire machine? He's like, yeah. Like, the hell? We must have been like 17, 18 years old. I'm like, what the fuck? He's out there running a backhoe and
and that's
bulldozer and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, how do you know how to do
now
this
I look
stuff?
back and I was talking to my wife. We were coming back from Silver yesterday, and I was talking to her, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Like I get down on myself because like, like you've been at years for over like 20 years, and I'm just like, dang, I've been at, my longest was at the cemetery for 7 years. But other than that, like I'll stay a few years, this and that. But it's crazy because I know how to do a bunch of just random stuff, and a lot of stuff is good.
It's also like comforting, man, because like if all shit goes down, and you lose your job and stuff, you know how to do a lot of different things.
And that's what I come back to, and I'm just like, I could do a lot of this.
Yeah. For me, that's the scary part. Is like that's all I know.
That's not all you know, though.
Well, I learned a lot there, but like as far as like just like that, I'm not as well rounded as like some other people that have started working there. They've worked here and there, and they've seen a whole lot more. Like I know how to build, but like in that sense,
but that all comes down. You could pretty much build a house.
Yeah. It's a different. It's a whole different code. And it's a whole different like way to build. Like some of the stuff's transitions over pretty well, but there's a lot of differences between like manufactured homes and site built. And that's like the part is like, oh shoot, like all right. And,
but you could help with how to do flooring, drywall.
Yeah, when it comes to like construction, I'm pretty savvy on it. It's just but it's like I always think about that. I'm like, man, and like it's crazy because it's one of my biggest fears. Like I've never had a car payment because I'm like, what if I get fired tomorrow? So I'm like, I'll just save up and then buy me a 4Runner.
Get your 4Runner.
Hey, my wife is thinking about trading in her car for a fucking Toyota.
Yeah, she should.
Thinking about divorcing her. I don't need another one of these motherfuckers.
What is she gonna get?
I don't know.
Probably
It's like a
410.
Toyota.
For one, or tell her to get a Lexus GX 550.
The same thing.
Lexus.
Yeah.
No, she had looked at one. And she was like, "Damn, that's nice," but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck you guys.
But so going back to what Josh said about him getting older and he doesn't like the, it doesn't excite you. You rather see someone else, kill or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I wish I would have got into all this earlier.
Dude,
like
same.
I've been since my first real hunt was in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I wish like I would have gotten into. I wish I would have gotten into archery when you first told me.
Yeah.
And that's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I guess, like you said, I just wasn't ready or wasn't at that.
Yeah, man.
If I got into it and I wouldn't have actually been, because once I got that bow from you, I was just like in love with the whole situation.
Yeah.
Like I want to go hunt. And,
Look at it this way too, man. I mean, we were getting into it around the same time and stuff. We could have learned all together.
yeah.
Or, maybe you wouldn't have enjoyed it as much as you do now that we're knowledgeable about it and you're coming up. You have somebody to lean on.
Dude, I have
So-
you guys to just be like, hey, how does this look? Or I called you this morning and
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, what kind of turkey did I get? Like I need to fill out my harvest report, and
Yeah.
and he
Did you
walked
get
me
that-
through it.
You got that
Yeah.
complete?
Yeah, and that's
Well, I
what.
need to do mine.
No, that was pretty easy. Just put
Yeah.
no.
Didn't get
Down. Kicked her right in the nuts.
Oh, see, you're not the only one who gets harassed. But no, dude. Like I do. Like I'm like, man. But then at the same time, it's like it fell at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like,
timing, man. Timing.
The timing is
everything.
just perfect. And then, like you said, I could lean on you guys and ask you 100 stupid questions, and you guys haven't not answered. So
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here
If
for.
I'm
dude.
awake on that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
messaged this
true.
dude the other day. It was almost midnight. I was going home and I was like, hey, yo. And then he hadn't seen the message before. I was like, his old ass probably fell asleep
Yeah.
on the couch or
Yeah.
something. And then he messaged me back. And it was just a video that I posted on TikTok. And just wanted his clearance for it before I posted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, he
Yeah.
says he doesn't sleep. So you just text him. He'll message you back eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll wake up. Yeah.
And if you
Nah,
don't get a
it's-
text back, but you get a TikTok, you can call him.
Yeah.
Call me.
Yeah.
Call me. Call me.
Okay.
Maybe.
Call me baby. Oh, shit.
But no, I
Nah,
think we
yeah.
all do. I mean, whether we like our jobs 100% or not, we all have families. We all have
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
we all have hobbies that
Yeah.
if we didn't work or didn't, then
Yeah.
we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think we were all brought up, pretty similar. And, that was one of the things that my dad was like, always like, one of the jobs, like the most important thing you can
Yeah.
have, and make sure you take care of it and this and that. I mean, I remember there was a couple of times I was going to quit Sonic and he fucking came down on me pretty hard. Hey, what are you doing? You're going to quit? Why?
Yeah.
I was like, it sucks. I don't want to work there anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're not going to quit. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
That was it.
All
That was
right,
your pep
so
talk.
I'm not gonna
Alright.
quit.
Hey.
All right.
No.
No.
Okay.
No. And, and it's one of those things. I mean, and then just kind of, seeing, my parents go through, what they went through to get to where they are.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, always push me to, make sure that I take care of what I have and make sure that, that I provide for my family. So it's
Yeah.
been, it was rough, man. Cause there for a while, like with my situation, like I wasn't bringing a whole lot home. So
Right.
dude, it was tough. And now I'm like beyond grateful for, what I get. I'm like, hell yeah.
Well, you definitely deserve it, man. You've worked
Yeah.
your ass
So-
off and stuff. And
Yeah. It's been
Yeah,
really crazy.
I was telling my boy, I'm like, dude, I was like, if you look at Hada and his whole, like, it's like you should write a book or it's like an inspiration, like not
Yeah.
to not
No
to
shit,
like
dude.
Yeah.
talk crap, but like for real, like
Yeah.
you said, out of high school you started
Yeah.
just at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
and took you this whole time, but
Yeah.
now you're on top and
yeah.
Yeah.
and I saw all the struggles you went through and I was there with some of the stuff and it's
Yeah.
like holy shit, like you
Yeah, it wasn't easy, and everyone goes through their own hard time, and that's kind of what makes you who you are, and it's very easy to turn like it's everyone's against me and woe is me and like
Mhm.
like
Why you look at me when you say that? Huh?
no, I'm just
Huh?
looking.
Huh?
It's one of those things, and
Noted.
where you just kind of just like like, why does it have to happen to me? And
Yeah.
oh,
That's
man.
yeah, dude. I was like that until about 5 years ago. It's like you feel like the world's coming down on you and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like it's not happening to you. You
Yeah.
just happen to be, going through it right now, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's not happening
Yeah.
to you. It's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Mm-mm.
That's the one of the biggest things that I had to learn, bro. Is like it's not personal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody, like all the attitudes and stuff that you get, it's not
Mm-hmm.
against you. It's just
Yeah.
they're dealing with some shit themselves.
But it's just like, it's so easy because that was me, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
it's fucking bullshit. Like, how the fuck am I going to do this? And like, help me. Somebody help me. You know,
Yeah.
And it was just like, it wasn't to like the point where I was like, I need to figure this out on my own.
Right.
Like, it's like, why am I, always like reaching out for this to work out or not putting the effort to make it work? It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, I got to the point where I was like, yeah, this is on me. I got to figure it out. And once that kind of changed, it made life like so much easier.
Light
And I
bulb
was
clicked,
like,
and it's like,
all right,
oh,
this
okay.
will work. I
Yeah,
can do
man.
this.
Because then you can go home at night and just fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big things too, man. And I say I don't get excited about actually shooting at an animal. What excites me is being out there by itself.
Right.
Mhm.
So, looking up at night, bro, with no moon, you have all the stars and stuff, and you realize how fucking small you are and
Yeah.
how nothing matters. Nothing really does. Nothing matters.
Dude, we were talking about that at work today, me and my partner, and it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
you think about like our little town here, this is our whole world.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you actually sit down, like you said, you go out there, you see the stars, and you're all
Yeah.
like, dang, we're nothing in this
Yeah.
little thing. Like,
Yeah.
why are we trying to hold on to either grudges, or why are we trying to
Yeah.
stress out over something we can't control?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my wife will be like, well, just if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I was never like that. I'm like, no, that's dumb. But now it's like, no, I feel like if it's meant to be, it's gonna.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta, if you want something bad enough, man, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen eventually, but not without working for it.
Right. No, it's not
what I
just
mean?
gonna fall in
It's
your
like-
in
it's
your
like-
lap.
It's
But
like praying for something and
Yeah.
not doing the work to get it,
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
But-
it's,
Yeah, it's definitely that though. It's just definitely like not forcing things to happen, just
Yeah.
doing your part to make sure they happen.
yeah,
And that's one of the things that it's just like it's so easy to lose that, that perspective and that mindset to just kind of like put your head down and work and get it done. But that's all it takes sometimes.
Mhm.
yeah, man.
And it's easy to lose
Yeah.
track of like what you have. Like you look at like somebody else and you're
Yeah.
like, man, like they have it so much easier.
Mhm.
But then you sit back and realize what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh dang,
Start being grateful for the little things, man.
you humble yourself and you stay.
Yeah.
You're grateful for what you do have,
Yeah.
and people have it worse than you,
Oh yeah.
and you could be like,
Yeah,
man,
that's the one thing that, that's one of the things that really kind of drove me to not have a whole lot of social media. Is just like I always found myself comparing myself to everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like people don't post their battles, they don't post, their bad days, they don't like it's crazy like to see somebody post like a picture of their brand new car, and I'd be like, I wonder if they would post a picture of their refrigerator, what that looks like. Or
Right,
like
yeah.
What? Or
Why do you look at me for?
I'm just looking. That one.
You want to see my fridge, Hado?
a live
know,
chicken's gonna come out,
But you know what I mean though.
or a cat.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
That was a good one.
Like
That's a good one.
deep fried rice.
Oh, damn it.
But no, it's you know what I mean though.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
It's
Trying to,
it's one of those things. It's
I
just,
live a luxurious lifestyle.
and I was always worried about like what other people had and like
Mhm.
Yeah.
why like, and it was hard, just like even growing up, like 'cause you don't like we didn't grow up like with a whole lot.
Yeah,
And it's crazy, dude, because I remember one of the Halloweens, I was like in kindergarten or first grade. I wanted to be it was probably like third or fourth grade. I wanted to be a Power Ranger. And I was
The
telling
pink one?
I wanted to be the white one. And so I told my dad I wanted to be a Power Ranger. And like, dude, this fucking dude stayed up all night doing a paper mache Power Ranger like helmet,
Mask, yeah.
like a full on helmet, dude.
Oh, shit.
Had the back piece and everything. And I remember I was so mad in the morning because all I wanted was the cheap plastic
Yeah.
little front piece. that was super
Dude, I
glossy.
remember those masks and they're
And then-
badass.
And then like the fucking little like nylon strap in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was so mad because he was like, I made you this, and I was like, fuck, you don't want to wear that. This is fucking homemade, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? And I remember being so pissed off, and then years later, dude, we're having dinner, and there's this sheriff, and he goes, I remember you, man. We went to school together. And he's like, dude, I remember you were the White Ranger for Halloween one year. And I was, yeah. He's like, dude, I was so jealous of your mask, and I was trying to get my parents to get me one like that, and they were trying to figure out where to get it and like all this stuff. And it's just like perspective, man. I'm over here pissed off
Yeah.
because it's not the one that they want. And there's other kids that are looking at my mask and they're like, dude, that thing's fucking awesome. And I would have given anything to have one of those cheap little fucking Walmart masks, and it was just crazy, like to think, but it's one of those things like we may do what we had, and we were like appreciative of like everything, but at that age, you're still a kid, like,
Yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah, you
anything,
don't get it. You
Yeah.
don't get it. And I remember, just like, I was like, damn, in that moment, I was like, dude, I was a fucking asshole to my dad. I
Yeah.
was like, that's fucked up, but that's stuff like you don't really realize when you're growing up,
Yeah.
so it's different.
It's man, things you do, things you say,
Yeah.
you don't realize that. I've always told my kids too, like, I might be an asshole now, but one day you'll see, and my dad was tough on us too and everything, but it's like looking back and everything that I've had to go through and working who knows how many hours a day and just to provide for them, it's like, damn it. And it's a light bulb. That's what my dad did all these years, and you have more appreciation for that kind of stuff. And I hope that my kids have that same appreciation. Like, oh shit, my dad worked his ass off to provide for us.
Yeah, that's one of the things too. It also goes full circle because like I remember the amount of stress like I had growing up. Like I had to do things a certain way, and I had to be a certain way about stuff. And growing up, like I remember it's like going to the store, like don't touch nothing because I don't want them to think that you're stealing, and stuff like that. And it was just like a different like atmosphere growing up. Like and I still do it. Like I'll walk into the stores and I'll put my hands behind my back. I'll just like look at the stuff like that, and like it always freaks me out when people like grab stuff off of the racks and they're turning around and they're playing with it, and I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to do that. Like, what are you doing, guy?
Dude, I walked into I think it was like Dollar Tree or something in Cruces.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk in, dude, they're all like, can you turn on the cameras, the security camera? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I asked my wife, did they turn it on because I walked in? I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what I do in that situation? I'll call them out, bro. I'll fucking say it out loud. I'm not fucking stealing from. I won't say fucking, but to the kids there. But I'm not stealing from your store. Relax, calm down.
Yeah, I'll just like.
Yeah, they did that to
like,
my
seriously?
wife and I. And
They only do that to Josh at Petco.
Dude, that was God damn it, bro. That's two. All right.
We need to get like a little like
We need to get sensors on our cars now.
That's it, bro. I'm gonna make a phone call to ICE. Fuck you guys. Fucking dicks. That's good.
camera aisle 7.
Yeah, I'll just tell them out, dude. It's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. But it's just so crazy, like how much like the world's changed and like growing up in different cultures, and it's always cool like having a conversation with somebody like about their childhood and seeing like how similar or how like completely different it is, and like their problems compared to your problems, and it's just like everyone has problems. It's just different.
It's different. I was telling my wife today, dude. It's like, you hear people, I had a bad childhood. I probably did too, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a trauma thing. It's like because I remember the good times. I'm not dwelling on the. I didn't know. I just knew our cereal had a thing that said cereal on there. There was no actual picture. I didn't know that we were poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know we had government freaking cheese and stuff. I didn't know. It's just that was just food.
Yeah.
You know,
dude. I always think about that shit because one of the things, like when I used to live out there on Keeler, like money was tight, dude. So like I couldn't run in the wintertime. I couldn't run the heat a lot. Because we had propane. I'd be like, man, I gotta make this motherfucker last. So I would bake a lot.
Yeah, no, dude, that's what we used to do.
Bake, and I remember, like
leave the oven
oven open and just kind of let the heat kind of, do that.
Well, don't feel bad. We still do that now. Like like we have the
Yeah.
wood burning stove or
Yeah.
the fireplace, but
Is
you
that that shit hard to put in?
we already had an insert,
Oh, okay.
so all the pipe was there and everything.
Mhm.
I just had to add an elbow and then
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm gonna cut you off. Is
But-
ADHD? Shit.
Yeah.
No,
It's
but
not hard. We could do it.
I have a wood burning stove.
No shit.
Yeah, but my wife doesn't want it in the house.
And put it in the shed or what?
Fuck it, I don't know. It was my grandpa's, and
Yeah.
I know it works. He didn't chop wood anymore, so he went with the pellet.
Mm.
yeah,
So I have it. I want it in the house. I
Yeah.
think it would save
Yeah.
me.
dude, as long as you have the backer and everything, it'll be
Mhm.
safe. And then you got to put a box on top.
Well, the backer. I mean, I would have to put the backer on.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I did
Yeah.
tile and
Yeah.
and it worked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But
Sorry, man. This.
Yeah.
I learned that I have symptoms of ADHD.
Yeah, me too.
So
You know, I honestly think that's like what saved my ass over the years. Like having, like,
those kind of like tendencies.
yeah, you know, that having
To
a
be
little,
able
a little bit of tism.
Yeah.
autism.
You know what I mean?
It's just, I do. If you can focus on 20, 30 different things at the same time, yeah, I think you can be really, really fucking productive.
Yeah.
Not on one thing, but
Yeah.
on 20 of them.
Yeah. you-
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah. Lock in.
yeah.
Some would lock in.
I think that's another thing. Like, not on no Jesse shit, but like building arrows, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking calms the shit out of me.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's so,
I can picture
so
Josh in there
peaceful.
with a cigarette.
nah, I don't smoke no more.
I don't know, man. Just arrows.
I know. It's just something about the arrows. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on no Jesse shit, but it's like, there's something about it just to
Dude.
focus on it.
You know what's
Mhm.
crazy is like there was a point in time where I knew that whole Fast and the Furious movie word for word.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, word for word.
Here, if you watch it recently and realize how ridiculous that fucking movie is.
Dude, I watched it so many times I could tell you like all the mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh
in the-
yeah,
in the
you
movie.
see it, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to watch it because I'm like, nah, I used to love this
I-
movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not watch it so much.
Yeah.
I'll watch the other ones. I'll be like, it's so
my
ridiculous.
my favorite blooper is when Brian's following Mia into the kitchen and she's trying to like be all smooth and she puts her fingers through her hair, and whenever she does that, when she brings her elbow down, she smacks the shit out of the counter, loud as fuck. The audio's here, it's there. You can hear it like real loud,
Yeah.
and then her eyes get all watery, and she keeps walking like nothing, dude. But her elbow just fucking bam.
Maybe I didn't watch it enough because I don't remember that.
You can hear it too. It's loud as shit. It's funny.
Damn it.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, man,
Well,
it's just crazy.
It's fucking everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn scatterbrains.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
Speaking of ADHD,
Right.
this
Let me show you
episode
an
is brought to
example
you
of
by
it.
Tylenol.
Now, but going back to the reason why we do things and stuff, man, I think it all just works out, dude. You know, you get put in the spot to
Yeah.
learn and evolve as a person and stuff. And
yeah,
for me, I have to learn patience, dude. Like I've had to like join the work orders to reprogram a remote.
Yeah.
Something so basic. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's for engineers and shit. That people
Yeah.
are like, you worked at NASA and you can't program a remote?
Yeah.
Like it's
Mhm.
just those things, But it also allows me to do the archery thing and travel and do tack and
Yeah.
and shoot here
Mhm.
and shoot there and,
Yeah.
and be able to host the things here and share that love with the community and stuff and bring up these kids and have them do something that
yeah,
it's fun for the whole family out there, and being able to do all that stuff, man, it's been a joy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I think
Definitely.
that I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm on cruise control as far as the job goes, but it allows me to have. I don't work a full 80. I'm still able to cover my bills, and I got a kid in college. That's not cheap, but I'm able to do everything. And of course, I don't do it alone. My wife
Mhm.
has a really good job too. So, been
Yeah,
pretty grateful, man, to be in the position that I'm in and have what I have. And it all starts with having a good support system, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that for
It
me
really
that was
does.
the biggest. For me, that was the biggest change. Just finding the right person, and just kind of
Well, that's Josh, right?
sometimes.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, no, for me it was that, and it's I give a lot of credit to her. And one of the things too we always talk about is she's like, well, I don't know what you were doing. We could have met sooner. I'm like, nah, man. If we would have met sooner, you wouldn't have liked the person I was back then.
Right.
So it wouldn't have worked. I had a lot of work to do on myself, and a lot of things I had to just be like brutally honest with myself
Mhm.
about, just the kind of person I was, and kind of how I treated people around me. It didn't really. I used to take out a lot of, like, if shit was going wrong in my life, it was somebody else's
It
fault.
was everybody
It
else's
was
fault.
never
It was
my
never
fault.
my fault.
Yeah. I was just like, I didn't take accountability. That was one of the things that is like, had to really take a hard look in the mirror and kind of really put myself, out there and be like, yeah, it's you, man. It's definitely you. You got to figure this shit out. And, once I got that figured out, it's been a lot better, honestly. So,
Yeah, I see you more relaxed than shit, man. I mean, there's some people that'll push your buttons, but it's just one in a million, dude. It's like,
Mhm.
I'll take those odds all day.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's so easy to make the wrong decision and end up in handcuffs. Shit, that shit almost happened to me today. It's fucking. Long story short, there was a long line of cars at the stop sign on
Yeah.
Florida. This dude decided that he owned the whole damn
Yeah.
lot on the side, went through the ditch, jumped the
Uh-huh.
ditch, turned around, cut everybody off, and took off. Well, by the time he got to the end, I was the next person in line. So I chased him down. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
It's childish on my end.
Yeah.
But he threw fucking fireworks out the window at me, bro.
Oh, shoot.
What were you in? Your truck?
I was in my black truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Little
Yeah,
blackie.
my wife was behind me in the bear truck, but I was taking my truck to my buddy because his truck transmission broke down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I lent him my truck, but I was taking it to him, and I was fucking threw a firework out the window. I was like,
It's crazy because, I mean, something like that could have turned serious real quick.
yeah. I mean, if I was who I was maybe 10 years ago, yeah, it would have been way.
Dude, that was
way
that was
worse.
me. Like,
Yeah,
I was
it would have been way worse.
Yeah.
Any
even
excuse.
5 years ago, it would have been
Yeah.
way worse.
Yeah, I was like always looking for an excuse to blow up.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's what it was, bro. And it's like after like he turned, and I was like, I had a decision to make. Do I
Mhm.
follow him or do I keep going? It's like it's not worth it.
yeah.
It's like I just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pushing 40 and shit. I shouldn't be doing things like this. This
Yeah.
is ridiculous. I have a whole lot of shit going on for me. I don't need to be
Yeah.
in handcuffs over some guy that doesn't know how to
Dude,
follow
what-
traffic
You got
laws. It
those
has
little
nothing to do with me.
pouches or what?
Yeah.
Dude,
You want one?
I got some of the
It has nothing to do with
Energy
me.
ones?
we were doing
The
we were
Zins?
doing inventory. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try one. I got the lowest,
The twos?
the 2s or something. But I went and got some.
Well,
And dude, it messed me up for like the good like 10, 15 minutes. But then
Mhm.
after that, dude, I was on my computer just fucking
Mhm.
doing a report, all happy to finish that.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
And then I remember I
Thank you.
finished my report, did all of my
He's all typing all kinds of shit. It's just a bunch of A's.
It has.
It's like
All work-
21
all
and Jump
work, no
Street.
play.
It's all a bunch of force. He's all
Uh,
science, bitch.
Nah, it was all work, no play, all work, no play.
He's all on this desk. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking SpongeBob.
It was crazy. I got a whole bunch done, and then
Yeah.
but it was like I got pretty dizzy like the first 15
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
And after that, I was good. But for the life of me, dude, I don't know where the hell I left it. Like that little Zen thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I left
Yeah.
it. The other day, I was looking for it in my office. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do some drugs. Where the fuck is
Where are they at? Yeah.
it?
Dude, I messed up when I first did it because I'm like, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
And I got the 8s, which were really high.
Dude.
Mhm.
And I took it and I was just there and I got like really dizzy and I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, dang.
Start
Like,
sweating.
yeah. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden I was just there in my sink and I just started throwing up. I'm like, oh my God. Threw them away. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I got to
Too
go
much.
down. Yeah.
When those Camel had the snus,
yeah.
it was like nose came out. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but we went to Hot Import Nights.
Oh, you were telling me.
And dude, I chunked like it was bad.
It's hot import, nice, man. That was a blast. We went the same year one year,
Yeah.
and I never ran into him, and they ran into me, right? And then we get back and we go to work and we have the same shirt on. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
it was
sizes,
a,
but same shirt.
yeah, his was a small or extra small,
Yeah.
and mine was a extra large. Everything was extra large. I mean, I was only like 100 pounds.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, wearing a flag.
funny.
But yeah, dude, those you ever been to one of those?
No,
No,
never.
they're fun.
They were fun. It was a weird time. It was a weird time, man. Because
Yeah,
it was.
I think they still have them.
Do they? It was weird
look it
because
up.
it was like they used to get all these like porn star models.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to model the cars, but you could tell they had been partying for like 3-4 days out there with like their mascara all running down their face and their eyeliner all fucked up. I'm like, oh dang.
Yeah.
I remember going to Desert Demons in El Paso
Oh,
to
yeah?
go to the drag races
was
there.
fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's when I used to live my life a quarter mile at a time.
yeah. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow I'll get that eclipse. I'm excited about that.
Fuck yeah.
Just some little random thing, but
Yeah.
like I said, I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Did you guys ever get into the RC stuff?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
I have like 3 rock crawlers. They're so much fun.
I had an RC car one time, dude. I was on Christmas. I don't remember how old I was. And I was rolling around with it. And my cousin he's a heavy guy. Fucking stepped on it, dude. Broke the front wheel right off of that bitch. I didn't have it for like 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
He's cracked
You
it.
know what RC car I still have? I have a Scorpion. It's that Mustang. It's like monster truck Mustang with like orange graphics on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Still have that thing.
I remember I got this 4x4 monster truck. It was a remote control, and dude, I love that thing. Well, it snowed that one Christmas, and I used it. Went to the snow, and then it stopped working. So I took it back to Radio Shack, and they're like, "Oh, you
Radio
took it to the
Shack.
water?" I was like, "No, I didn't. I only used it in the snow." And they're all looking at me, and so they changed it out. But
I remember funny story like that. I went to McDonald's, and we had some guys were playing softball, and I had one of the guys, and we were all hungover, and he goes up there, and they give him his order, and he's like, "I don't want these. I wanted pancakes," and he's like, "Yeah, those are it." He's like, "No, those are hotcakes." And the guy was like, "Yeah, man, they're literally the same thing." And he's like, "Just making sure." He took them back. Oh shit, that's funny. But nah, man, it's definitely cool to see kind of, you know, where we've been, kind of where we're going, and just kind of keep keep this going, and it's been pretty cool, like watching both of you guys like evolve into the people that you guys are. It's pretty cool, man. And now that we're doing this archery stuff, it's cool because like before we didn't really spend a whole lot of time, and now we're like doing this, and I get to see you guys a lot more. Like I joke around that I only see George once a month at the bow shoots, but it really is that sometimes, and he's got a pretty crazy, hectic, busy schedule, and all of us do too. So it's cool that we make time to do some of this stuff.
Yeah, but I'm excited, dude. There's a lot of events already lined up for next year and stuff, and I'm excited to see where we end up.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're just peeking into the industry right now, and who knows, man? I mean, who knows where we'll be next year around this time and stuff. And we've already made a couple of cool friends and stuff, and yeah, man, it's exciting for sure.
Definitely that. ATA, I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah, there's ATA. I think it's February, and then there's
Bowfest.
Bowfest might be a thing.
That'd be cool. I'd be down to do that.
Might be a thing. What else is there? The Outdoor Expo in Utah, and maybe the one in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fun ones out there and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a lot going on. We'll see where we end up.
Mm-hmm.
Add some more experience to
under the belt.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. We still don't have a winner for the $25 gift card. So if anybody comments dibs, we'll be glad to.
Is it anybody? First person?
First person that's not related. That's not related to Chewy, or is Chewy.
Dang it. I need a gas money.
Do a gift card, guys. So if anybody leaves a comment,
first person
that leaves a comment, likes and subscribes, we'll do a gift card, $25.
$25 for just like and subscribe. That's not bad.
And it's not bad at all. So, anything else before we cut this one, guys?
No, man. No, just you guys just keep doing what you're doing and keep trying to learn and stay the course.
Yep.
Definitely.
I think the next one we can talk about what makes us successful.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely the good looks, I think.
Yep.
All right. Chewy, anything before we?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later.
Later.
Link in my bio. Subscribe.